to everyone. It's always interesting when we start these off, the number of judges, and you can tell those individuals by the black robes. However, tonight we also have the honor of having the Honorable Judge Taddeo with us as well, not in robes, but definitely here to support everyone. And Judge Taddeo, it's always a pleasure to see you, and thank you for being here. So I'm a taller, improved version of Dr. Dan Quattro. Dr. Quattro was en route. He was at a crossroads and said, I'm either going home to bed or I'm going to urgent care, but I'm going to try to get there. And my comment was, thank you, Dan, Happy New Year, no one wants to see you. So he said, then I'm sending you my notes, and so please be my stand-in. So I would like to welcome everyone to the 2018 swearing-in ceremony of our, and again, thoughts and blessings from our great leader, Dan Quattro, who would definitely love to be here. I would first ask that everyone please rise for the pledge. And maybe I see Thomas and Kate, I see Ava and Addison. Maybe the four of you could lead us in the pledge tonight. How's that?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. I would like to just take a moment of silence for all of those that have been with us previously who are not here to join us, and all of our military that are serving this country. Thank you. Tonight we are administering the oath of office to people chosen by the residents of the town of Penfield to serve as their elected representatives. The process that brings a member of our community to take the oath of office is an arduous one. It requires first and foremost a passion for public service. And I will say I've had an opportunity to serve with each and every one of the individuals that are being sworn in tonight, and they do in fact have a passion for public service. In the case for those that have been reelected, it requires a demonstration of competency in representing the needs of the community in prior terms. The election cycle that brought us here tonight was kind of unique. All of the candidates in the town of Penfield ran unopposed. This is a testimony to the fine job that your elected officials have done representing all of the residents of the town of Penfield. This town board has done an outstanding job leading the town. Town board members and department heads have managed the taxpayers' money very well. And I would like to just stop and pause. Our job as elected leaders here in Penfield, and I believe we are the best community in Monroe County, but the reason that we have been so successful is because of our employees. Our employees are the foundation of this town. Each and every day they come, they give their all, their expertise, their professionalism. They make our jobs easier on the town board. And for that, we have a number of our department heads that are in the audience tonight. And I want to say on behalf of the town board, thank you for each and every day, everything you do, everything you bring to the table and help our residents. So thank you to our department heads. Thank you. Despite running unopposed, our candidates still spent countless hours campaigning, whether that be going door to door, meeting with our residents, hearing their voices, and giving ear to their concerns. Our elected representatives tonight will take an oath of office swearing to support the Constitution of the United States and the state of New York. By taking the oath of office, they swear that they will stand by the ideals communicated by each of them during their campaigns. For us as Republicans, these ideals include limited government, stable taxes, safety, family, and the protection of the ideals that make us American. I'd like to read this short blessing for leaders, and that short blessing was written by John O'Donohue. May you have the grace and wisdom to act kindly, learning to distinguish between what is personal and what is not. May you have the susceptibility to criticism. May you never put yourself at the center of things. May you act not from arrogance, but from service. May you work on yourself, building up and refining the ways of your mind. May you learn to cultivate the art of presence in order to engage with those that you meet. When someone fails or disappoints you, may the graciousness of which you engage be their stairway to renewal and refinement. May you treasure the gifts of the mind through reading and creative thinking so that you continue to be a servant of the frontier where the new will draw its enriched from the old and you will never become functionary. May you know the wisdom of deep listening, the healing of wholesome words, the encouragement of an appreciative grace, the decorum to hold dignity, the springtime of a bleak question. May you have the mind that loves frontiers so that you can invoke the bright fields that lie beyond the view of the regular eye. May you have good friends to mirror your blind spots. May your leadership be with you a true adventure of growth. And that was from John Donahue. At this time, we have a number of elected officials to swear in. I will take just a moment to say thank you on behalf of myself and my family for all of your support during this most recent election. I had the honor at 5 o'clock tonight to be sworn in for the 14th time by Judge Donald J. Mark. Judge Mark, if I could ask, keep in your thoughts. He's in the hospital. He's battling a number of different illnesses. However, he wanted to issue the oath of office for me, and I was so honored to have him do that, and so thankful that he's been such a good friend since early in 1985 and when I first took office in January of 1986. So I had the honor and privilege of spending some time with he and his family, and had the honor of being sworn in. And that's an honor I don't take lightly, and I look forward to serving all of the residents of Penfield for the next 2 years. At this time, I would like to recognize Town Council, and first Paula Metzler, her oath of office to be administered by the Honorable James P. Mully, Jr.
Bibles? I think they have one. Hi.
I didn't know I was doing this. Okay, just hold it.
Paula, would you raise your right hand, please? I, Paula Metzler,
I, Paula Metzler,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Town Council
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Town Council
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Paula.
Thank you very much, Judge Mully. It's an honor to continue to serve Penfield with you, and thank you to my mom, Jean Casey, who held her confirmation Bible for me to take my oath, and my nephew Mitchell is here as well. I just want to thank everyone who I work alongside with. Supervisor Fountain also mentioned town staff. They're incredible to work with every day. They make our jobs a lot easier and give us information that we ask for very quickly. So I appreciate the support of the town staff who's here tonight. Also my fellow town board members, Andy Moore, Linda Cole, and Rob Quinn. Certainly serving with them has been an honor, and we've done a lot of great work, and we've got a lot of good work to do ahead of us, so I look forward to the next 4 years. Thank you.
Next, I would like to recognize Councilman Andy Moore, and administering the oath of office will be Kate Moore and the Honorable Bill Taylor.
Stand right here.
Thomas Moore as well.
I state your name,
I, Andy Moore,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Penfield Town Council
of the office of Penfield Town Council
according to my best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities,
So help me God.
so help me God.
You did such a great job. Congratulations. Appreciate it.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight and those tuning in on PCTV. It is a tremendous honor to serve again as a town board member. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my family and my wife, Nicole, for all their support and love. Anybody that runs for office, whether you win or lose, certainly understands the sacrifices that the family makes in order for someone to pursue a dream. And so I greatly appreciate that, and I love you guys tremendously. Many thanks to Judge Bill Taylor, a very good friend of mine, a superb Supreme Court judge. Can't thank you enough for being here and being part of the ceremony. Also, many thanks to my Penfield Town Board and Town Clerk and the town staff that's here. You guys do an absolutely tremendous job. As Paula said, you make our lives considerably easier, and it goes noticed. So thank you all for all your efforts. I'd also like to thank Town Attorney Dick Horowitz for being here. Tremendous legal mind and a great asset to this town. Has been here for many, many years. You know, one of the things that I think about a lot is, I mean, Penfield has an awesome story. It's got a great story to talk about. And I'm not going to get into a lot of details, but I do think it's very important that just to mention a couple things. And I also think it's important to mention that a lot of this is due to the leadership of Supervisor Tony LaFountain, who's been here for a few terms, and certainly what I consider to have tremendous command and control over town operations. And a lot of this certainly is due to his efforts. Penfield has the 4th lowest tax rate of the 20-plus towns in Monroe County. Tax rate of $2.69 is, again, the 4th lowest. But when you look at the other towns, some towns are up in the $6 range, 82% higher than the town of Penfield taxes. The tax rate today in 2018 is lower than it was in 2005. We've had 3 straight years of no town property tax increase. And clearly, the tax rate today and the budget moving into 2018 is below the state mandated property tax cap. Our bond rating is AA1, rated by Moody's, an independent bond rating agency out of New York City. It's the 2nd highest bond rating a town can get that they offer, and one of the highest bond ratings of any town in Monroe County or any town in New York State. And the New York State Comptroller came out with a report earlier showing that the town is in excellent fiscal shape compared to many other towns in New York State that are fiscally stressed. Penfield has over 1,000 acres of open space. We are one of the only towns that has an Energy and Environment Committee. We've got a Watershed Committee, and we have a Trails Committee. Over 900 recreation programs every year offered to seniors, adults, and youth. Library attendance is at an all-time high and has been at an all-time high, with over 513 programs offered to the children of Penfield, and 3 electric vehicle charging stations throughout the town. I'm not sure any other town has that many. Our businesses in the town are doing exceptionally well. We have a very low vacancy rate, under 10%, and a lot of that has to do with our development director, Jim Costello, and his efforts to try to get businesses into the town of Penfield and try to make them successful. The town launched a streamlining process here, which helps businesses grow and create jobs. And also one of the key parts of this is a lot of these businesses employ high school students, so Penfield high school students or Webster high school students, because a part of Penfield goes to the Webster School District. And those kind of jobs are good for our youth and good to get some money in their pockets and understand a work ethic. And also I'd like to mention in 2017, the Democrat and Chronicle gave incredible amount of accolades to the town of Penfield for its commitment to transparency in our town website and the abundant amount of information that that website has. So I'd like to thank Dave Renner, who's downstairs coordinating this, and his PCTV team, and everybody that provides our website with updated information and the wealth of information that has been acknowledged by the Democrat and Chronicle in their Sunshine Week article back in early part of 2017. And ultimately, my final thank you goes to the residents of Penfield for their trust in me in electing me to serve another 4 years as your town board member. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Next, our town clerk, Amy M. Steckler, and Amy will be sworn in by former town board member and brother Matthew Rosenbaum and current the Honorable Supreme Court Justice.
I do want to say it's great to be back in one of the greatest jobs I ever held. And it's nice to see my former colleague Linda Cole, my former colleague Tony LaFountain. Shout out to Jim Peters and Chan Philbrick, who were mentors to me, and of course, my co-conspirator Dick Horwitz, and one of my other mentors, Jim Costello, and everybody else was here. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to have Justice Ann Taddeo, one of my dear colleagues, and Justice Bill Taylor, who served with me on the civil term of the Supreme Court, and of course, the man who succeeded me on the town council, one of the great town justices in Monroe County, Jim Mully, and his even better half, Jeannie. So it's good to see everybody here. And now I get to swear in my big sister, my older sister. Please place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. I, Amy M. Steckler, do solemnly swear
I, Amy M. Steckler, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of
the office of Town Clerk in the Town of Penfield
the office of the Town Clerk in the Town of Penfield
to the very best of my ability,
to the very best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Madam Clerk.
Good evening, and thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. First, I want to express my heartfelt thanks to you, Matt, for being here tonight and for swearing me into office. You are such a caring and supportive brother, and I really, really appreciate it. I love you. I would also like to acknowledge my husband, Kevin, my daughter, Jessica, who are here tonight, my sons, Michael and Jason, who live out of town, and my parents, who are enjoying the warm weather down south. They all wish they could have been here, but were unable to. Without their unending love and support and patience, I doubt I would be where I am today. Thanks for always being there for me and being my support system. I am grateful to have such an amazing family. And Jessica, thank you so much for bringing your Torah tonight, which you have received during your bat mitzvah. That is our Jewish Bible, and so she brought that so I could be sworn in with that today. I also would like to thank all the town employees and express my gratitude for their hard work and dedication to our town and for their continuous support and friendship. It's been like a wonderful family here in the town of Penfield, and we all do things together and really enjoy our company, each other's company. Special thank you to Town Supervisor Tony LaFountain, Town Board members Andy Moore, Linda Cole, Paula Metzler, Rob Quinn, Town Justices Jim Mully and John Lomenzo, and Town Attorney Dick Horowitz for all of their support and for all they do for the town of Penfield. Thank you also to Dan Quattro, who, as we know, could not be here today, for his great leadership as Republican town leader.
I am honored to be an elected official in the town of Penfield and feel privileged to be taking the oath of office in my hometown for the third time alongside our very dedicated elected officials. We all work tirelessly to make the town of Penfield the very best place to live. I feel it is an honor and a privilege to serve the residents of Penfield, and I promise to continue maintaining an atmosphere of warmth and friendliness, and will continue, as always, to provide the very best customer service that the town deserves. I thank everyone who supported my re-election, and I look forward to serving the needs of our residents for the next 4 years. Thank you.
And Town Justice, the Honorable James P. Mully, Jr., and the oath will be administered by the Honorable Bill Taylor.
It really is an honor for me to get the chance to swear in Judge Mully. He's been an extraordinary mentor to me, and he's a wonderful person. And it really is an honor to be here with his extraordinary family to swear him in tonight. Judge Mully, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, James P. Mully, Jr.,
I, James P. Mully, Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of Town Justice
the duties of Town Justice
for the Town of Penfield
for the Town of Penfield
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Judge Mully.
Thank you. Thank you. This is an occasion for thank yous. It's not easy to know where to begin, and it's even more difficult to know where to end. But I want to first begin by acknowledging the Supremes. One who was not able to be here tonight was Judge Donald Mark, who swore in Supervisor LaFountain earlier tonight. But let me just say, for those of you who don't know Judge Mark, when Tom Brokaw wrote his book, The Greatest Generation, he called the World War II generation the greatest generation any society has ever produced. And this is who he was talking about, Don Mark. He was a proud Marine who fought bravely in World War II. He came back home and he served with distinction as Penfield Town Justice and later as a Supreme Court Justice. I had a chance in my early career to try several cases in front of Don Mark, and he left a real mark on my career, and I appreciated having the opportunity to work with him. Judge Matt Rosenbaum is here. Not the greatest generation, but a darn good one. Okay, I met Judge Rosenbaum when he was a member of the Penfield Town Council. He was later elected to the Supreme Court, and to no one's surprise, he is now one of the supervising judges. And I would also like to acknowledge his dad, Dick Rosenbaum, who's not here tonight, but among his many credits, Dick Rosenbaum was a Penfield Town Justice with Donald Mark. That was quite a bench. Judge Bill Taylor. Judge Taylor, I've known Bill since he was an ambitious college student. Then I watched him excel as a law clerk, county attorney, counsel to the county executive, and now Justice of the Supreme Court. I had the privilege of swearing Bill in following his election to Supreme Court, and I'm grateful that he was here tonight to administer the oath to me. Thank you, Bill. It means a lot to me that you did this. And Judge Taddeo, again, thank you for being here. I've known Judge Taddeo for many years in the family court days and then the Supreme Court, and she serves us very well in Supreme Court. Thank you, Judge, for being here. I want to acknowledge our Penfield candidates. As Amy Steckler mentioned a few minutes ago, this is a team that's run together. I think this is the third time that this same ticket is run. First time, as Tony mentioned, unopposed, that all the seats were unopposed. But to Town Supervisor Tony LaFountain, Andy Moore, Town Councilman Andy Moore, Paula Metzler, Amy Steckler, I appreciate the opportunity to run with you during the last 3 occasions that we've had. We've done it. We have a hard-working team, and I feel very fortunate to have been able to run with you. Paula, thank you for inviting me to swear you in. Paula serves as the liaison to town court from the town board. She has an enormous amount of courtroom and government experience. Supervisor LaFountain could not have selected a more capable person to work with the courts, and I very much appreciate her input on our courts. Town court is referred to as the court closest to the people. We deal with domestic violence, we deal with drugs, we are in the trenches in fighting the opioid epidemic, we deal with intoxicated and distracted drivers, we deal with young offenders. On the civil side, we deal with evictions, we deal with landlord-tenant disputes, and a whole host of other issues. The staff at the town court is truly outstanding, and I do want to recognize our clerks and our court officers. Judge Lomenzo and I both very much appreciate what they do. We believe we have one of the best town courts in the entire county, and it's a credit to the people who work in that court. And finally, my family, my wife Jean, my daughters Ann and Kim, my son-in-law AJ, and my grandson Joey are here today with us. Jean's an extraordinary woman. We've been blessed with 2 daughters, Ann and Kim, and 2 grandsons. Our grandsons Jack and Joey have brought us much joy. Jean is devoted to her family, she's devoted to her work with those combating Alzheimer's disease, and she's devoted to her community. Ann and Kim, you share the best qualities of your mother, and you know better than anyone that that is the highest compliment that anyone can offer. Especially this past year, Jean, Ann, AJ, and Kim have been a shining example of what community is. They've demonstrated how random acts of kindness can impact the community in such a positive way. I love you all, and I'm very proud of what you are and what you've done this year. Thank you.
So this concludes our swearing-in ceremony. I'm going to give a little heads up to Thomas, to Kate, to Joey, to Addison, to Ava. I'll give you guys a chance to get out to the cookie tray before Mr. Horwitz gets out of there, because he's the biggest kid of all. Thank you for everyone that took time out of your very busy schedules to spend some time with us tonight. We are all honored to serve all of you. We thank you for everything that you do. For all the judges that are present here tonight, thank you, and for Judge Mark, who's thinking about us and sends his best wishes as well. For everyone to have a wonderful 2018, safe, prosperous, and if you have nothing to do tonight, we have our organizational meeting, and you can sit around for the next several hours and participate in some of the best government you'll find, local government. Thank you to everyone. Happy New Year. Be safe.